It would be hard to argue against the importance of growing deep community in a Christian context. Yet there's also a dark side to cohesiveness. When we place an overly high value on community, we may overemphasize harmony, coordination, and mutual support. This may lead to a group value that encourages group members to value the group over the individual, leading to a voluntary self-suppression of dissent. In this kind of groupthink situation, individuals within the group become undifferentiated within the group, in contrast to a healthy differentiation that sees individuals openly expressing their personal values while maintaining relationship with others in the group. There's no doubt that forging strong personal bonds within a group can be very good, but can we go too far with mutual respect, debts of friendship, familiarity with thought patterns, and mutual caring? As we push cohesiveness beyond what is appropriate, we construct a we identity that minimizes individual identities within a group. The group becomes retrospective. Identity becomes socially constructed based on what is acceptable and unacceptable to the group. Sense-making never begins because certain group assumptions become the norm and override individual attempts to make sense out of what the group faces. Well, what are some of the dynamics of groupthink? The first one is soft and hard evaluation. Group members tend to go easy on criticizing themselves as a group while being tough on those outside the group. The second dynamic is norms of agreement and non-betrayal. The group is characterized by a high level of loyalty. Dynamic 3 is that stress and threat requires pulling together. Sometimes the group will focus on external threats so as to increase group loyalties even further. Groups that are practicing groupthink often share 8 characteristics. The first one, invulnerability. Group members think that the group cannot be compromised. Number 2, rationalization. They explain away their conforming ways of thinking. Number 3, false assumption of group morality. They assume that they're all on the same page ethically. Number 4 is stereotyping of opposing groups. They tend to put others into certain stereotypical categories. Number 5, pressure on dissident members. Expression of divergent ideas is met with various punishments. Number 6 is self-censorship. Group members understand which ideas are acceptable and which ones are not. Number 7 is an illusion of group unanimity. Group members think they are unified, but it is only a surface unity. And finally, number 8, mind guarding. Group members actually develop mental filters that keep out ideas contrary to the group's norms. Some of the consequences of groupthink include conforming of individuals' ethics, limiting discussion of alternatives, superficially abandoning options that don't fit the group's norms, little search for the non-obvious, restricted information search because the group believes it already has the answers, preference for confirming information, limited consideration of hazards. How do we guard against groupthink? Let me suggest 7 ways. The first way is to promote critical evaluation. Everyone in the group should have the permission to critique ideas and present different ones. The second way is to cultivate an impartial mindset. History should not contribute to certain biases. Another way to guard against groupthink is to have multiple evaluation groups. Having several groups evaluate current or proposed actions will help to broaden the group's perspective. People are also more likely to break free from limiting ways of thinking and to express contrary ideas in smaller groups. The fourth way is to recruit outside experts. There's nothing like an outsider to see things that we who are on the inside no longer see. You may also want to appoint or at least encourage people that it's okay to be a devil's advocate, to sometimes be difficult and raise tough questions. The sixth safeguard is to analyze warning signals. Are there warning signs emerging in group discussions that point toward a groupthink mentality? And finally, number 7, encourage diversity. Groups need to include diversity building, just as much, if not more, than consensus building in the making of decisions. As we attempt to grow deep communities, we will inevitably encounter signs of groupthink. It's imperative that we take whatever steps we can, either as a group leader or a group member, to minimize the effects of groupthink and to address the underlying causes. Not doing so will hinder the development of communities where people connect deeply and function as healthy teams.